It's a Mangalachan prayers, then begin the session. Om Agyan Timirandasya Agyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamai Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Shirupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tang Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Dev Shri Radha Shripadan Saganadlita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti-vedanta Swamin iti namini Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatayani Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratushe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radhakanta Namaste Tapti Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarobhyascha Kripa Sindhobhyeva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Namostate Vyasa Vishana Buddhe Fullarvindayatapatra Netre Yena Tvaya Bharata Taila Purnaha Prachvalito Vanamaya Pradipaha Upanna Parijataya Totra Vaitraika Parnaye Jnanamudraya Krishnaya Gita Duhe Nam. Welcome everyone. Wish you all a very, very happy Advaita Acharya appearance day. Today is the auspicious appearance of Sri Advaita Acharya, and we seek his blessings and his mercy because we cannot do devotional service properly without the mercy of Panchatattva. So we pray to him for success in our devotional endeavors. Studying Bhagavad-Gita as it is, chapter 11, the universal form, Vishwarupa Darshan Yoga. In yesterday's class, we covered many verses up to verse number 27. So Arjuna is narrating what he is seeing in the universal form. We saw the universal form, the Kala Rupa, and then his mood also changed from friendship to wonder, from wonder to fear. He's able to see even the future, the outcome of the battle, what will happen, who all will die. He's able to see all of that. And he's now, you know, uh, talking about it. So in verse 27, we read that we saw personalities like Bhishma, Drona, Karna, they're all entering into the blazing mouths of the universal form, right? The universal form had many, many mouths. So how does it describe seeing that? Seeing that, so he describes that as moths. enter into fire. Mm. Um, Uttamangaihi. So moths entering into fire. Now let's go to verse number 28. So Arjuna is giving this description of the people being smashed by the universal form and then more people dying. And he uses two analogies to explain this scene. So one analogy was of moth entering into fire. And now there's the second analogy. Let's look at it. Verse number 28. We'll recite the verse. It's on the screen. You can see the verse. So the verse is Yatha nadinam bahavom puvegaha samudram eva bhimukha dravanti तथा तवामी नरलोकवीरा vishanti vaktranyabhi vichvalanti. As the many waves of the rivers flow into the ocean, so do all these great warriors in the blazing into your mouths. So these two descriptions are there. First is of moth entering into fire, and the other is of rivers entering into the ocean. Okay. So the point here, which is for us to think about, is why two different analogies given to describe the same end, that is death. When moth enters into fire, the moth dies. When rivers also enter into ocean, the rivers also stop existing. So both of these analogies they talk about death. So why is he giving two analogies? So any thoughts on this? Why two analogies are given? What happens? No one is thinking.
Don't know.
No. Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Ach-
I'm not really sure, but yeah, something like when the river is flowing into the ocean, it is just gently submerging itself into it, and the moth seems to be in the blazing fire is little bit losing
So
its total existence and becoming ash. But maybe in that river flowing into ocean, we still have some parts of river into ocean, but it's like self-submerging. I don't know if I'm clear.
yeah, okay. So analysis is fine. Now, what is the conclusion of it? Why these two analogies should be given by Arjuna? What is he trying to describe by giving these two analogies? So here on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, people will die. That is definitely true. But then people will die in two different manners. One is people will die because it's the time for their death to come. Naturally, people are supposed to die at certain time in their life. So there are people here in the battlefield who are dying a natural death. Natural death means okay, it's ordained that they should die. They finish their lifespan. So that is like the river entering into the ocean. That is going to happen for everyone. And river is going to end into the ocean. So that's a natural phenomenon. But when you talk about moths entering into fire, the moths die. But the moths have actually unnecessarily entered into the fire. The moths have invited death. They rushed into the mouth of death by themselves. They were not forced to die. They died as a choice. So here Arjuna is trying to say that some people are dying because it's time for them to die. And some people are dying because they have, by their wicked acts, invited death before actually they would die. Just like the moth is foolish, it enters into fire and it stops existing. Similarly, there are people in this world who act wrongly, and because of their wrong acts committed by them, they die before they are supposed to die. They decrease their lifespan, you know. So we know the Kauravas, they acted in many wrong ways, and one of those was trying to disrobe Draupadi. So because of this act, they lost their lifespan. Their lifespan got reduced. Ayu got reduced. And that's why they died before they were supposed to die. So it's like moth entering into fire. Mm. So that's why Arjuna explains these two phenomena to describe death of people there. That is the reason. Okay. Let's go to the next verse. 11.29. यथा प्रदीप्तं ज्वलनं पतङ्गा विशन्ति नाशाय समृद्धवेगः तथैव नाशाय विशन्ति लोकास्तवापि वक्त्राणि समृद्धवेगः. Um, I see all people rushing full speed into your mouths as moths dash to destruction in a blazing fire. 11:30. Ye lihyase krasamana samantal lokan samigran vadane jvalatbhihi tejobhir apurya jagat samagrang bhasastavo graha pratapanti Vishnu. O Vishnu, I see you devouring all people from all sides with your flaming mouths, covering all the universe with your effulgence. You are manifest with terrible scorching rays. 31. Amakyahi me ko bhavanugra rupo namostu te devavara prasida vigyatumichhami bhavantamadhyam nahi prajanami tava pravrittim. O Lord of Lords, so fierce of form, please tell me who you are. I offer my obeisances unto you. Please be gracious unto me. You are the primal Lord. I want to know about you, for I do not know what your mission is. Saying Akhyahi me ko Bhavan Ugra Rupa. Ugra Rupa, fierce form. So you have a fierce form and I don't know who you are. So please be merciful upon me and tell me who you are. Vigyatum Ichhami, I wish to know. And what is your mission? What do you want to do? So these are two questions asked by Arjuna after looking at that universal form. Two questions asked. Very important questions asked by Arjuna. Okay, X32. So now Krishna will instruct Arjuna. He will say about himself who he is and what he wants Arjuna to do. He wants Arjuna to become an instrument in his hands, right? So Krishna says, you are who he is and what is the mission. These are two things that he will reply in these verses. Verse 32, 34. Talk about this. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Alosmi lokakshaykrit pravidho lokan samahartum iha pravrittaha hridepi tvang na bhavishyanti sarve eva sthita pratyanikeshu nivyotaha. So he says, I am Kal. I am. Kalosmi lokakshaykrit pravidha. So I am time, I am Kal, And what do? I destroy, lokakshay, I annihilate. That's what I do. Hmm. So kal is well translated as time, but time is not exact translation of the word kal because time is also the translation of word samay, and samay and kal are two different things, right? So kal is loosely translated as time in Sanskrit, and it destroys, it changes. So, time I am the great destroyer of the worlds, and I have come here to destroy all people, with the exception of you, the Pandavas. All the soldiers here on both sides will be slain. Purport. Yes, Varshana Leela Mataji, please read the purport.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you. Although Arjuna knew that Krishna was his friend and the supreme personality of Godhead, he was puzzled by the various forms exhibited by Krishna. Therefore, he asked further about the actual mission of this devastating force. It is written in the Vedas that the supreme truth destroys everything, even the Brahmanas. As stated in the Katha Upanishad 1.2.25, Yasya Brahma cha Shatram cha Ubhe Bhavata Odana Mrityuryasyopa Cheshanam Ka Itha Veda Yatrasa. Eventually, all the Brahmana, Kshatriyas, and everyone else are devoured like a meal by the Supreme. This form of the Supreme Lord is all devouring giant, and here Krishna presents himself in that form of all devouring time. Except for a few Pandavas, everyone who was present on the battlefield would be devoured by him. Arjuna was not in favor of the fight, and he thought it was better not to fight. Then there would be no frustration. In reply, the Lord is saying that even if he did not fight, every one of them would be destroyed, for that was his plan. If Arjuna stopped fighting, they would die in another way. That could not be checked, even if he did not fight. In fact, they were already dead. Time is destruction, and all manifestation are to be vanquished by the desire of Supreme Lord. That is the law of nature. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes,
Prabhuji, I have question also. Can I?
yes.
Actually, it is also regarding that moth and river example, and considering this, generally, Prabhuji, we do know that yes, everything is fixed in terms of birth and death. So, why that exam? If it is so, that death is also fixed, then why that moth dying is inviting death, is considered inviting death?
So first is we have to understand the law of karma properly. When you say everything is destined, it destined.
Not everything, maybe just the birth and the death, and maybe in between we have this free will to do our
Yeah,
actions, choose our
yeah.
actions, but these two fixed
You
event,
know,
the birth and the
even
death.
when you say birth and death is destined, it is destined. But at the same time, when I'm living my life, how I conduct my life is also going to decide these things. When am I going to die? How am I going to die? So, because that choice is given to me. So when I'm born, I'm certainly born with a certain lifespan, IU. But I can increase that IU and I can also reduce that IU. That is in my hands. That freedom is there based on how you live your life. If we have unhealthy habits, we are going to reduce our lifespan. People will die before they are supposed to die. Even if we are sinful, we are going to reduce our lifespan. It's mentioned in different places in scriptures. If you disrespect a great personality, your lifespan gets reduced. So that is also karma, and it is adding to your our cumulative karma. So our cumulative karma will then decide when I'm going to die. It's just like, to give you an example, when you take a house on rent, you make a rent agreement. So based on that rent agreement, you are supposed to live in the house for a certain tenure. So that is predestined, kind of, okay, you will live in this house for 11 months. That's the policy in India these days. But if you are a wrong and you do something wrong in the house, maybe you commit a crime, then the owner of the house can throw you out even before 11 months. Similarly, if I do something wrong, then I may be given death before I am supposed to die, and lifespan can get reduced.
Okay, Prabhuji, thank you for explaining because I was thinking otherwise only that, okay, these events are fixed, but yeah, thank you. It is a dynamic equation of time
It's a
depending all
time.
the time.
Yes, it's always a dynamic equation. So when we say it is this time, so we should know it is this time based on what you have done in the past. But because you keep on doing things and it gets added to your karmic account, so things also then change. If things were fixed, then why would things change? Yeah, things will change as we do. Like for example, when I do bhakti, then things change in my life. Earlier, it was not destined to happen like that, but because I started doing bhakti, then things changed in my life.
Mm.
So when Draupadi was being disrobed, so the result of that was, as Krishna mentioned, these people they lost their ayu, and their ayu got reduced. So it's like moth entering into fire because moth can die for longer time period, but because the moth gets attracted to fire, it messes with fire and it gets burned. Similarly, we do wrong things, we spoil our life. And that's what many people are doing in the present times. They are just spoiling their life because they don't know what should be done, what should not be done. Wrong habits, eating habits, sleeping habits. Uh, yes, karma can change one's destiny, definitely. We can change our destiny by our karma.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Uh, Prabhuji, I knew that if one commits suicide, then since they went against nature's law, so they won't get body. Like if 50, 76 is their age to die, 56 they commit suicide, so 20 years they will be roaming. So, Prabhuji, like you said, moth enters the fire. So, like this, because of habits or illness, if someone dies before, so what happens to their soul or means
If
what?
someone is dying because of some disease and that disease is because of one's past karma, then what is that person's mistake in it? Someone committing suicide is a different thing. That person is voluntarily ending his or her life. Here, the concept of Kauravas getting their lifespan reduced was not because they had some wrong habits. It's because of the offenses they committed. So they got cursed, and because of the curse, they lost their lifespan. So
We won't roam now if we die early also.
I don't know that you'll come to one know after you die. I can't say now, right? But the point is, if you do bhakti, then you should have that much faith that these things will not happen to you. You have to also
Someone
look at
died.
the audience. I mean, who is the object of our question? If the object of our question is someone practicing bhakti to whatever extent that person is practicing bhakti, then the rules, the laws, they work in a different manner,
Okay.
right? Okay, so destiny can change. It can be changed by our karma. That is the point. That bhakti, the people who are on the path of bhakti, they accept this. Now there are other philosophies on the planet, they may not accept it. But we have got nothing to do with them because we will accept the philosophy which is given in Bhagavad and and for devotees. So karma can change our destiny, our actions can change, our thoughts can change, our speech can change, many things can change. Okay, so uh, now here Krishna is telling Arjuna, if you don't fight, don't think that these people will not die, which means Krishna will make some other arrangement for them to die, right? Because Krishna wants them to die. So if let's say something is destined to happen and I don't do it, that means someone else will do it, correct? Right or wrong? Hmm? But that thing will happen. Like for example, if someone is preparing for marriage, he or she gets a proposal and he doesn't marry. That doesn't mean the other person will remain unmarried whole life because he did not marry or she did not marry. Someone else will come and marry that person, isn't it? So things will move as per the destiny, the things will happen. So material nature keeps on making different and different arrangements. Hmm. So Krishna is telling if you don't fight and kill these people, they will die. Someone else will kill them. So don't think that if you don't kill them, you can protect them forever. It's not going to happen. Hmm. They will die. So you better you fight. You do your duty. So we know this thing that if we don't engage in what we are supposed to do, still those things will happen if that's God's plan. Now, if that's what God's plan is, why do I have to endeavor to do it? Arjuna may counter argue, no? Krishna, if everyone is supposed to die here on this battlefield, why do you want me to become an instrument? Let them die. Why should I get the bad name that I killed them? Hmm. So why not I just observe them die rather than I become the cause of their death? I be a silent observer. If things are destined, then you just silently observe, let things happen in your life, and then you just observe, you don't do anything. Then you are free from the bad karma. Na? So, how do you see that?
Prabhuji, Krishna wanted to give the credit to the victory, credit of the victory to Arjuna.
Yeah. So, why that is fine. Good. Krishna wants to give the credit of victory to Arjuna. Then, what is the lesson for me and you to take from it?
And since he was all while Arjuna was fighting, he was absorbed in Krishna throughout his fight. So no sin. I think that no sin he did throughout his fighting.
What is the lesson for you and me?
Lesson.
Krishna is giving us chance to be.
To,
Krishna is giving us a chance to us to
to
be
us,
to
to do
serve.
something for Him.
Mm.
That's what life is actually. Life is an opportunity to lovingly do some service to Krishna. Right? Now, one may escape from that opportunity, and people like to escape from seva opportunities, But here, Arjuna is being told by Krishna that, you see, this is going to happen anyway. You can't change the course of movement in this world, it will happen. But here, you are getting a chance to do something for me and to make me happy. So, this is what life is all about. It's an opportunity to do something, seva, not to be just idle and do nothing. Hmm. So to be an instrument, yes, as Mataji is saying, to be an instrument. That's what life is all about. To actively love and serve the Supreme Lord. Before he's encouraging Arjuna in the next verse, he's saying, Tasmat uttishta, you get up. Arjuna was seated on the chariot. He sat when? He sat at the end of first chapter. Till now he's sitting only. He has not gotten up yet. So Krishna is telling you, get up. Tasmat tvam uttishta yasho labhasva. You get up and you get glory. Chitvas shatrun bhungshva rajyam samriddham. Maye vaite nihata purvam eva nimitta matram bhava savyasachin. Therefore get up, prepare to fight and win glory. Conquer your enemies and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They're already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O Savyasachi, can be but an instrument in the fight. So he's saying Nimitta Matram Bhava Savyasachin. Very important word. Nimitta Matram. Just become a nimitta, an instrument. Savyasachin, oh expert fighter. Savyasachi means one who can very expertly fight with both the hands. He can shoot arrows, which is a unique characteristic of Arjuna. He is a lefty as well as a righty in shooting arrows, which is a difficult job, no? If someone is lefty, he is or she is not righty. If someone is righty, he or she is not lefty. But Arjuna can shoot arrows with both the hands equally well. So that is a qualification of Arjuna, which means he's expert in shooting arrows. He's an expert fighter. So Krishna is encouraging him that, see, you are qualified. Materially, you are qualified to fight and win. So why not do it? Do it for me, right? Conquer your enemies and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. And they're already dead. So Arjuna was curious, what will happen? Who will die? Krishna is saying, you all will win and they will die. They will lose their life. So why not just fight? Purport. Let's read the purport. Sharada Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Savyasachin refers to one who can shoot arrows very expertly in this field. Thus, Arjuna is addressed as an expert warrior capable of delivering arrows to kill his enemies. Just become an instrument. Nimitta matram. The word is also very significant. The whole world is moving according to the plan of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Foolish persons who do not have sufficient knowledge think and that nature is also moving without a plan, and all manifestations are but accidental formations. There are many so-called scientists who suggest that perhaps it was like this or maybe like that, but there is no question of perhaps and maybe. There is a specific plan being carried out in this material world. What is this plan? This cosmic manifestation is a chance for the conditioned souls to go back home, back to Godhead. As long as they have the domineering mentality which makes them try to lord it over material nature, they are conditioned. But anyone who can understand the plan of the Supreme Lord and cultivate Krishna consciousness is most intelligent. The creation and destruction of the cosmic manifestation are under the superior guidance of God. Thus, the battle of Kurukshetra was fought according to the plan of God. Arjuna was refusing to fight, but he was told that he should fight in accordance with the desire of the Supreme Lord. Then he would be happy. If one is in full Krishna consciousness and his life is devoted to the Lord's transcendental service, he is perfect. Hare Krishna.
So this is a very important purport. You know, Srila Prabhupada says here that there is a plan behind this world. Things are happening as per God's plan. So anyone who understands the plan of the Lord and cultivates Krishna consciousness is most intelligent. So we should know that because we are born in this world, we are being driven by some force which invisibly, shapes our life in a certain manner. So if we are not Krishna conscious, which means we are under the control of Maya, then Maya is also shaping our life in a certain manner. By being influenced by Maya, we do so many things in this world. Interestingly, all what we do, which is getting birth, going to school, doing our higher studies, getting a job, getting married, procreating kids, then getting old and doing all the things we do in taking care of the body, it's all inspired by Maya Devi. And we do that. And everyone does that. So nothing special about it. Right? So that is also part of the Lord's plan. We are helping the Lord in his Paramatma Leela by being a Maya Das. So that's what most of the people are doing. They are Maya Das and they are helping the Lord in his Paramatma Leela, which means the Lord is going to create, the Lord is going to maintain, the Lord is going to destroy. And we are cooperating with the Lord in his plan. So that is the Leela of Paramatma. But there is Krishna Leela also. And there is Leela of Lord Nrsimhadev, there is Leela of Lord Vishnu or Narayan, Vaikuntha. So sometimes these personalities, Prabhus, they descend. And when they descend, they give us a chance. Do you want a transfer from Paramatma Leela to Krishna Leela? Do you want a transfer from Paramatma Leela to Gaura Leela? Do you want a transfer from Maya Leela to my Nitya Leela? Yes, I give you a chance. I give you an opportunity. So those people who are intelligent, they will jump at this opportunity. Oh yes, I want to switch my job. Instead of serving Maya, I want to serve Krishna. I want to do a job hopping. So those who are intelligent, they make this decision in their life, which is I now want to become an instrument, not in Maya's hands, but in Krishna's hands. And if one can do that voluntarily, the person is very intelligent. Because then that person will get the reward of being guided by Krishna, doing something for Krishna. So that's the goal of life, to understand this. And this is something which Srila Prabhupada mentions in different places. It says that you as an individual have to find out why you exist and what you can do for God, what you can do for Krishna. You have to find it out. And if you can find it out and do that, then your life is successful. Then your existence is successful. And you have done what you have been made for. And this applies to each one of us. We all have an individual project which we have to find out. Why do I exist? And how can I contribute to Lord's pastimes? What can I do? So Srila Prabhupada says you have to understand this plan of God and then figure out what you can do in that plan. Then the life is successful. Arjuna, Krishna wanted him to do something. So he's doing it. His life is successful. Krishna wanted Bhishma Pitama to do something. He did it. So his life was successful. Krishna wanted Vidurji to do something. He did it. His life was successful. Krishna wanted A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada to do something. He did it. So his life was successful. Similarly, Krishna wants each one of us to do something. And we have to figure it out what is that thing. And if we can figure it out and we do that thing, then our life is successful. So becoming an instrument. And now, how do you become an instrument? First of all, you need to desire. I want to switch from Maya Leela to Krishna Leela. I don't want to be anymore helping Maya Devi in her pastimes with me. No, I want to change my role, right, from Maya Das to Krishna Das. So that personal decision has to be made. And then we have to ask the Lord, pray to the Lord, how can I become an instrument in your seva? How can I? What can I do for you? Then the Lord will also make us an instrument in His hands. Maybe a tiny instrument, a small instrument, but yes. So that is the goal of life. The question is, how will we figure out what is the personal purpose of life? So you figure it out by praying for it. Either you ask your spiritual master, what is my personal mission? What am I supposed to do in this life other than eating, sleeping, mating, and defending, which I'll anyway do? So, what am I supposed to do other than this? So that we ask the spiritual master. Then the spiritual master can maybe mercifully tell us this is what you do for Krishna, for Guru, for Vaishnavas. Or let's say we forget to ask spiritual master. And before we realize we should ask all this to our spiritual master, the spiritual master no longer physically exists or is present. So then we can pray to Krishna now. You please tell me what am I supposed to do, what my life is for. And if we can figure it out, that is half success already achieved. And second is, now you put yourself to doing it, then 100% success achieved. Right? So this is something very interesting. People don't understand it, but we have to use our intelligence to understand it. If you're a part of the cosmos and the cosmos is made by someone, then he made you also for a purpose. You need to understand that. So what is that purpose? What is it? An intelligent person should think about it. What is that unique thing that I am supposed to contribute as a part of this whole unit? And if one can figure it out and one can do it, his or her life is successful because that's what he is supposed to do. So this is called being in harmony with the existence. The more we are in harmony with the existence, we are happy. The more we are in disharmony with the existence, we are miserable. So we have to figure it out. What is that? How can I be in harmony with the existence? So most of the time, people are engaged in doing wrong things. Disharmonious, they are engaging themselves. So they're miserable, you know. And nowadays, what to speak of helping Krishna in Krishna Leela, we are also not helping Maya Devi in her Leela properly, you know. In the sense that, okay, in Paramatma Leela also, there were certain things expected from us. Be a good son, be a good wife, be a good husband, be a good mother. And we are failing in that job also. So we are not helping Paramatma Leela also happen properly, right? So this is a big problem. Big problem. That's why we have to choose this thing. Someday we should come to this conclusion. What am I supposed to do? So Bhakti Swami Maharaj says the greatest joy is the joy of being used by the Lord in His service. Right? To be used in this world, to be used is a very, very poor thing. To be used by someone. People even say, "You used me. How dare you use me?" Right? But Maharaj says it's the greatest joy to be used by Krishna. It's the greatest joy to be used by pure devotees of Krishna. That's the greatest joy. But then to be used by them, I should first develop the desire to be used now. That yes, Krishna use me. Yes, Srila Prabhupada use me. Yes, Advaita Acharya use me. So when we pray like this, then they will also help us find out what am I supposed to do. So we have to pray.
Prabhuji,
Yes, Prabhu.
uh, I want to ask one thing, that Paramatma sitting in our heart will always want that the jeev should go back to Godhead and should not serve the Maya. So this Paramatma Leela, I don't understand. So
Paramatma
why
Leela
should
means what is going on, that is Paramatma Leela. Which means you're born, you live, then you die, then you're born again, you live, then you die. And Paramatma is doing it for you since time ever. So it's going on. He's
Hare,
happily doing it with no complaints. So that is his pastime.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Uh, uh, if you
Srinathji, you can let the other person first complete. Na? What if he has another question? No. So let him first complete, then you interject your question. Yes,
just
Abhay
want
Prabhu.
okay. So means I want to know that Paramatma will definitely want that the jeev should go back to Godhead. The intelligence should come from
Paramatma
the
wants it, but Paramatma has more things to do. He's not always thinking about you going back to Godhead. He has his things to do also. So yes, in some corner of his heart, he has this desire that we should become devotees.
Okay.
But he is not depressed thinking that we are not devotees. He's happy in doing what he's supposed to do.
Uh, okay. Okay. Okay, Prabhuji.
We should understand this principle very clearly. Supreme Lord, he neither becomes too happy for us, neither he becomes too sad for us. And the reason for that is he is an individual. Na? He also has to live his life. He can't just bother thinking about others, no? He has to also live his life. He has to also do things what he's supposed to do, isn't it? He also has to think of people who are happily serving him. So the Lord has multiple roles to play. Sometimes we try to see the Lord in only one role, but we should know he has infinite roles to play, and his mood, you know, sometimes he might be thinking about the suffering people, but he's not always thinking about them only. He has to do other things also now. So as Paramatma, he wants us to go back, but at the same time, he has his job to do. If you do something nice, then reward you. If you do something wrong, then punish you. So will he stop doing all that? Just sit in depression that these people are not going back home back to God. No, and he cannot go into depression. That is his problem because he's by nature happy. Happy. That is one of the problems of Krishna. He cannot be unhappy. By nature, he's happy.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Yes, Shweta Mataji, what's your question? Ah.
If you don't mind telling, um, um, like you discovered your purpose of life, how you came to know that?
I
Like,
already told that we have to pray to Krishna. We have
maybe
to first of all desire for it.
in
Pray
very
to
early age, you got to know that you have to.
Forget about me. I'm not talking about me as a person. I'm talking about the concept. That concept is for everyone, not for me, not for you, for everyone. And the concept is, first of all, I have to make that decision in my heart. I want to switch my job from Mayadas to Krishnadas. So voluntarily, I have to decide it. Not that I should decide it because I heard in a class I should decide it. No, I should decide it because I want to decide it. Right? That's what my heart desires now. That's what my heart wants now. So when you do that and then you aspire for it, then yes, then Krishna will also reveal it to you through some agency. What is your purpose and what you should be doing? And that agency is mostly our spiritual masters.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
So that is the
Krishna
process. We have
Prabhuji.
to
Hello.
follow the process. Yes, Prabhuji. Srinivas.
Prabhuji, how we will come to know that our Lord is accepted our services, and what is the progress of service? Means how we will know that Lord is joy, because of us.
Very good question. So, if Krishna is happy with your seva, the result will be that your heart will become free from material desires. That is the first symptom or characteristic of Krishna's grace. If Bhagavan and Guru is happy with our seva, our heart will become free from material desires. Which means your heart will not be pinched by material desires. Otherwise, our heart gets pinched by material desires. You know, that pinching happens without we wanting it. It happens. So our heart gets pinched by material desires, and then we become disturbed. Then we become sad. Oh, I don't have this. I don't. I want this. I want that. I know to do this and do that. So our heart is troubled by material desires. So the first characteristic of kripa, a blessing of Bhagavan and Guru, that they are pleased with us, is our heart will become free from material desires. Now, that doesn't mean you'll take sannyas the next day. So that means that you'll do what you're supposed to do, but you will not have this maya's, current in your heart, which gives us a lot of shocks. So that will not be there, which means you'll become shantachit. Your mind will be very peaceful. That is blessing of Krishna. Like Prahlad Maharaj, he was peaceful. So many problems around, but his mind is peaceful. No fear, no anxiety, nothing. Peace. So if Krishna is pleased and Guru is pleased, material desires decrease. If Krishna and Guru are not pleased and Maya Devi is pleased, then material desires increase.
But at the same time, Prabhuji, Maya or material desire is continuing. Means because of our children and future,
That is not desire, that is
material.
duty. Let's not confuse duty with desire. You have children, so you have to take care of children. That is your duty. And you have to learn to do it in a beautiful manner, detached manner. Gita is already teaching us in first 6 chapters. Right? Desire is something which is in your heart. What you yearn for, what you cry for, what you aspire for, that is your desire. Mana ichha. So what occupies your mind and what your heart, that is your desire. Isn't it? And all these things which is about children and duties and making money and all that, that we do because we have to do it for survival, na? So we have to do it what to do. As a machine also does things, we also do things mechanically. I need to go to job, I need to make money, I need to do this, do that. And we do all that. So that is duty. So we should do it in a dutiful manner, but we should not make it our heart's desire. Then if that is our heart's desire, then we are again in Paramatma Leela, which means, okay, that's what you want. So you keep on doing it birth after birth. Right? So we don't want it, but we are doing it as a matter of duty.
How to stop the duty?
Why you want to stop the duty? You do the duty, no?
There is no end to it, Prabhuji.
There's no end to it. There's no end.
Okay.
As long as you're living, there's no end to duties. Duties will always exist. Right?
Thank
We
you.
are not on we are not on the path of dhyana, sannyas, and become free from all duties. You are on the path of bhakti. So bhakti means seva. So seva will always go on till you die.
बच्चों की सेवा करो.
बच्चों की सेवा, you serve your kids, understanding that they are part and parcel of Krishna, and you assist them in their Krishna consciousness. Seva doesn't mean here that you have to pamper them. You do what you're supposed to do for them. Right? That's what.
Long topic, Prabhuji.
Hmm?
Long topic.
So we have to, that's why, understand things properly.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Can I ask?
Yes, Mataji, ask, please.
Prabhuji, just now you answered Prabhuji regarding the symptoms of how to know that Krishna and Guru is pleased. So in that Shanchita, does it corresponds to not feeling sad and not being fearful? Like, will it both be, these qualities will be there?
It will be there, but you'll not be affected by it. Your focus will always remain on what you're supposed to do for Krishna. Just like Arjuna's goal is to fight for Krishna. So Abhimanyu died, Arjuna became sad, but he did not stop fighting for Krishna.
Okay. Those emotions can be there, but
It will be there. Of
unaffected.
course, you are a human being, so emotions will be there. When you see the characteristics of Prahlad, is Prahlad emotionless person?
Okay.
He has a lot of emotions. He's happy, he's sad, he dances, he sings, he does all those things. So how can an emotionless person dance, sing?
So, Prabhuji, when we say like material desire, it's just not, is it just, I want clarification and better understanding. So, I'm asking, material desire is not translating only to the desire regarding matter, but if we want to be treated well or to treat well.
That is awesome. Who wants to be treated? Who? Let's say I say Varshana Leela Mataji, you look so good. So what looks good?
The outer, yeah,
What?
experience.
Seeing the body. Am I telling the soul is beautiful? Saying the body is beautiful. So is that body? What is that body? It's matter only.
Mm.
External.
So worldly praise, whatever we get, he is very intelligent. She sings so well. All these are related to body itself, right?
Yeah.
Nothing is related to the soul.
Now praising someone, oh Mataji, you cook so well or
So what is
something,
that cooking? Again, it's material only, right?
Okay. Yes.
So even praise and even, let's say someone criticizing us, it's all related to the body.
Mm.
Someone tells
External.
me, someone tells me that you are such a fat fellow. So what is fat? Soul,
Mm.
the body. Someone insults me that, you know, your character is bad. So whose character is bad? Soul's. Soul is pure.
Mm.
So it's the body and mind, and that all that is bad maybe. So it's
And
all related to matter.
okay. So these are also our material desires that,
These are also material
and
desires.
we'll be little bit calmer on those sides when we know some kripa is on us. Or we have
So
cleansed.
when we have these things gone away from our mind, we stop
Mm.
thinking about these things, and we are always thinking, so can I serve Krishna? How can I serve Krishna? How can I serve
Mm.
Krishna? What can I do for Guru? What can I do for Krishna? What can I do for Vaishnavas? What can I do? If our mind is occupied or our mind is, you can say, obsessed with these thoughts, that means, okay, yes, I have Krishna's mercy.
Mm.
Can I,
Understood. Thank you so much.
Prabhuji, can I ask?
Mhm.
Prabhuji, I don't know how to ask, but like, yeah, you said we can ask our Guru Maharaj the purpose of our life. So, like, if we are in some miserable condition, hit by Maya since many years, and we feel
Many
that I should,
lifetimes.
okay, that I came to know in iskcon. Okay, so I feel I'm very miserable condition. I can't marry anyone. So, but it is very difficult for a girl to live in this world without marriage because protection won't be there, Prabhuji. So, what should we do? We should ask our Guru Maharaj or what? We have
Yeah,
many fears.
you ask your Guru Maharaj because he gave you shelter. So now you ask him. That's the point. That's the meaning of shelter. Shelter means ashray. Ashray means now you help the person whom you have given ashray. So you ask your Guru Maharaj.
Okay, and how to deal with our mind because our mind will keep on interrupting. Do this, do that. So, mind will keep on going towards your desires, which have been hit by Maya, not fulfilled. So, uh, 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 so sometimes you will keep on toggling. So, how to deal with such situations?
So the best thing is instead of thinking so much about your problems, you first of all Well, if you can take help of your spiritual master, very well and good. Otherwise, you use your own intelligence and you find out with this life, whatever kind of body I have, whatever kind of mind I have, whatever kind of intelligence I have, whatever problems are there with me and my life, what is that one good thing that I can do for Krishna from my heart? What is that one thing that I can do for Srila Prabhupada? What is that one thing which I can do for my spiritual master? What is that one thing that I can do for Vaishnavas? You find out that thing. And now instead of thinking of your problems and how your life is messy and what's going to happen in future and how will you survive and this and that, you pay some attention to what you can do for them. And then you see that life will change.
Okay, I pray that I get shelter. I'm already sheltered, but I pray I'm able to follow. I'm able to understand
So
devotee.
you
Guru.
developed first of all such desire, and then you desire, then Krishna will happen. We need to know one thing. As we take steps towards Krishna, Krishna also helps us proportionately, but we need to take steps. So the step is first of all you should agree to do something for his pleasure from your heart. And this is what I want to do. And if you do that, then Krishna will also show his helping hand to you. You are right.
Thank
And
you,
it's a
Prabhuji.
step by step thing. It can't happen just overnight.
Thank you for always answering our questions.
That's my job, my duty, what to say. Okay, so any other question?
Yes,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna, Prabhu.
Krishna.
Go ahead, Ram Raghav Prabhu. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you, Prabhu. Prabhuji, just one clarification. Like, when we talk about desires, like our heart's desires, are they the desires or the longings of our soul, or they are like the desires kind of developed by the mind?
Let's forget the soul here. It's all coming through the mind. Even if it's a desire of the soul, it will come through the mind only,
Yeah.
right? So
S-
it's all based on our swabhava.
mm,
What is our swabhava? As per that swabhava, we desire. Now, how do we transform our desires? We transform our desires by sangha. So you change your association, your desires will change. How do you associate? You associate by hearing. So if you hear, and things affect your heart, then you change your desires. After it's changed, then it is both your mind's desire and soul's desire.
mm. Is there any way, Prabhuji, to understand what is the real longing of the soul and what is the like those desires coming from the mind?
Yeah, mind's desire will always make your life worse than before because mind is crazy and mind likes you to be also crazy.
Mm.
So mind is very happy when you do stupid things. So if you do something and at the end you realize, oh, I have a string, just that is mind. But we can just instead of thinking so much, the best thing is what? Be in good association, hear the right stuff, and make your heart absorb that, and naturally the desires will change. When the desires will change, then you don't have to bother about whether it's my desire, soul's desire. It's my desire. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji.
One more question.
Uh,
Dinanath Prabhu.
yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, in Mahabharata, when Draupadi was getting disrobed, I mean, many esteemed warriors were there, and even Pandavas were silent at that time. So, which means even their lifespan was impacted because they did not
No, they were
raise
not
any.
happy, na. They were not happy watching it.
But they did not protest, or the action wasn't there.
How will they protest? They are now Das of Duryodhan.
Mm.
They have sold themselves to Duryodhan, no? Yudhishthira Maharaj has sold himself.
Mm.
So how will he protest?
But Bhishma Pitamaha, I mean, of course, such a great personality, he also did not even oppose the
He didn't
disrobing
oppose
incident.
for a higher reason. He didn't want to steal the show away from Krishna.
But did Krishna say to Bhishma Pitamaha that, I mean, that, I mean, maybe at the end of when he was about to leave his body, that
No, man, no.
okay.
See, Bhishma is a special person. We can't take him in the same fold. Personalities like Bhishma, Vidura,
Mm.
they are different people. They are just doing everything as per Krishna's plan.
Mm.
Bhishma cannot jump into the scene, I'll protect Draupadi. Can't do that. Because he knows if I protect Draupadi, then how will Krishna become famous as Draupadi's protector? So he can't steal the show, right? Krishna is the hero. So how can Bhishma jump into the scene and then change the script? I will be the hero. He can't do that. So as a pure devotee, he knows what he is supposed to do, what he's not supposed to do. So there are many things which are orchestrated in the lives of pure devotees by Krishna himself. And Krishna knows that, and those devotees also know that. So they don't get the blame of not doing their part because Krishna doesn't want them to do any such thing.
So Prabhuji, even in Kali Yuga also, I mean, there are many pure devotees. So which means if somebody is getting mistreated,
They will not bother about it. Why will First they will ask Krishna, Krishna, do you want me to do something for it? Krishna
Mhm.
says no. So they'll just stay quiet.
Mm. So, but if it is not for pure devotees, but if there are normal devotees, maybe Madhyama or neophyte, if somebody is getting mistreated,
They will use their intelligence to do what they can do. But pure devotional service means you don't act independent of Krishna, which means you don't do anything without Krishna's desire that you should do it or not do it. This is very important for us to understand. So therefore, pure devotees, they don't try to become the supreme controller, no. They act as Krishna's plan. They have the capacity, but they won't breach Krishna's plan. So Bhishma Pitama, we should study Bhishma Pitama's character differently. If you study his character as a king, then there are different lessons to learn. If you study his character as a great powerful warrior, there are different lessons to learn. If you want to study his character as a dharmakya, knower of dharma, then are different lessons to learn. But if you study his character as a pure devotee, then Bhishma Pitama is at no fault at all. Jiva Goswami says it very clearly. If Bhishma Pitama had any fault, how would he go back to Godhead? How is it possible? It's not possible that he was at fault. But from Drishti of Dharma, someone may tell, okay, Bhishma Pitama did not protect Draupadi. But from the vision of pure devotional service, you cannot blame Bhishma Pitama for doing that. Because for being a pure devotee, what is more important? To be criticized by people and let Krishna win the glory, or to jump into the scene and spoil Krishna's glory? What is more important? Self criticism or Krishna's glorification?
yeah, Krishna's glorification.
And for, let's say, to glorify Krishna, get criticized of not protecting Draupadi. He will accept it happily. Are you able to understand? Your devotional service, it works in a very different manner. It is different from how you act as per dharma and all that. Now, when he thinks as a pure devotee, he's just acting as a pure devotee. But from ordinary point of dharma, point of view, from dharmic point of view, it may appear to be wrong. But from pure devotional perspective, devotional service perspective, it's totally right.
Since we are practitioners, Prabhuji, in Krishna consciousness, so when do we need to act according to dharma? Like
We are practitioners, so we act as per dharma only. Because
so
you don't know what is Krishna's plan, no, exactly.
yes, exactly.
But he knows. So we don't know. So till the time we don't know, we act as per. And also, you stay within the jurisdiction of what is your dharma. Sometimes it's not your dharma, so you're not going to jump to the scene. Let me change everything. Let me set everything correct. Right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
You can't do that.
So understanding the jurisdiction is most important.
Very much important. Nowadays, people don't understand that. They just cross the boundary.
Yeah.
Right?
Thank you, Prabhuji.
So that's why we have to study characters of Mahabharata, sometimes from the perspective of pure devotional service. Then you'll have a total different outlook at them. Especially those who are pure devotees. Like Bhishma is a pure devotee. So how can he be at fault? He can't be at fault. Right? He cannot be at fault. Therefore, Draupadi, she personally, you can say, spoke harshly to Bhishma Pitama. She said, now you're lying on this, bed of arrows and giving so much of pravachan.
Yes,
Knowledge when I was being disturbed. So then Bhishma Pitama said, my dear daughters, you don't understand sometimes. Dharma is very difficult to comprehend. And interestingly, he becomes so, what do you say, sad. This happened with Draupadi. Draupadi was destined to go through something like that. It's coming from her past life. So that is another part of the story. Anyway, let's not get into that. So, we move on now. Mataji.
One question, Prabhu.
Mhm.
Yeah. Prabhu, what I wanted to know is we do some service for the Lord, and then that makes us very happy. And we also get more and more service. Like when we do some service, it is giving us that inner happiness, and then we get more and more service. Is that to be understood as the Lord's grace that we are being used as an instrument, or what does it?
Yes, if you get seva, then it is nice.
Okay.
If you are getting seva, it's mercy. If you are not getting seva, then it's no mercy.
Okay.
Now, to get seva means what? To get seva means you are able to figure out how to serve. That is what it means to get seva. Which means your heart is always in the serving mood and you always get opportunities to serve.
Okay.
So that is seva bhav. So more important than seva is seva bhav. So we should get that seva bhav. So if you have that seva bhav, then you will be like always serving. Even if your service gets changed, you will still be serving.
Okay.
How to give seva
Thank
bhav?
you.
So we let's go to the next. Seva bhav we cultivate by seva, doing seva and praying. So now Krishna is telling Arjuna a very important thing. Sabyasachi, which means he's ambidextrous, which means he can shoot arrows with two hands. Now, you see, this is again a very important thing for us to understand. He has many special skills, Arjuna, and Krishna chose him. So, what is the role of human skills in Krishna consciousness? Is it important to have skills? Should we spend time in developing newer and newer skills? And is being skillful enough? Please, Lord Krishna.
No,
No, for what?
for all the three.
All the three.
Yeah. What is the role of humans skill in Krishna consciousness?
There's no role.
Skills.
No, they.
The
I
skills,
think
human skills.
Is there no role of skills in
No,
Yes,
serving
Prabhuji.
Krishna?
no, there
yes,
is. I think
there
yeah,
is,
No,
Prabhuji. We employ all the skills in the service of
yeah.
Krishna
Krishna.
consciousness.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So
he
there
is.
is. If
yeah.
Arjuna does not know how to lift bow and arrow, how will he fight? So he has to know it, right? So skills are important because skills make you qualified to do something in return for people around you or the society or even for Bhagavan. You have to do something, so you should have some skills, right? So human skills are very important. Mm, Those who have skills, whatever skills they have, they can use it in serving Krishna. Therefore, skills are important. If you are not having any skills, that means you did not learn much. If you did not learn, that means you wasted your life. Life is to learn, to serve. Correct. So,
Learning is the acquired knowledge. Learning is the acquired knowledge.
so acquired knowledge, we use that knowledge
Like,
na, in serving Krishna. Like speaking is also acquired knowledge. You learn to speak. So if you don't learn to speak, how will you speak about Krishna also? Mm. So skills are required. That's why when someone goes to Gurukul, then he learns Kala and Vidya. Kala means skill, how to cook, how to dress, how to paint, how to sing, how to dance. These are all Kalas. So in Vedic Gurukul, these Kalas were taught to the child, right? So then he can use this skill or she can use this skill in different ways. Now, either I use that skill for material sense gratification or I use that skill for serving Krishna.
if I don't know how to cook chapati and make it in some way or the other and offer it to Krishna, then chapati is made without any skill. But offering
Yeah,
is a
but if
bhav.
if you love Krishna, then you'll also try to make good chapatis, no?
The prefix or suffix before means making before at the time of making no chapati, no skill was there. Na? Afterwards, I will learn, and that is
So you
another issue.
acquired the skills,
Acquire the skills. Na? That is the subsequent thing.
but you require to acquire.
Required to acquire. No, that is
So
there.
the role of skills is there. Because one of the qualities is you are expert, a devotee is expert. So skills are important in life, very important, right? Therefore, when we are educating our kids and we want them to be good devotees of Krishna, we should also make sure that they have learned good skills in life. It's very important, right? And that's why, you know, we should educate them to become skillful in society. If they don't have any skill, what will they do for Krishna then? Everything is a skill. To chant the mantras properly is also a skill. To be able to read, to be able to speak is also a skill. To be able to sing, to be able to cook is also a skill. So skills are needed. So people who don't have any skills or they don't want to use any skills, they can't do anything for anyone. Even for themselves, they can't do anything. So those people are lazy people, right? So people should learn. That's why learning is important. That we should learn and we should learn to do something good. Arjuna was skillful in fighting. Therefore, he could use that skill in seva of Krishna.
Is
So
there any?
skills are, let me first complete. So skills are important. Now, second is, now if let's say I have a set of skills, should I just keep on learning new and new skills and be in that mode of passion that I want to just increase and increase and increase my skills? No,
No.
that's not good. If you have a set of skills and you can happily serve Krishna with those skills and Krishna is happy with you, then you should be also just satisfied. Right? No need to just keep on learning new things, because that is also one kind of atyahar. Too much learning, too much knowing, too much being skillful. It can only increase a false ego that I am a good cook also, I'm a good dancer also, I'm a good singer also, I'm a good speaker also, I'm a good this also, I'm a good that also. Right? So Srila Prabhupada, he encouraged people to be skillful, but at the same time, he did not encourage them to be always in this race of learning and learning new and new things and keep on just acquiring those false identities. I am this, I am that. Right? Like once a disciple of Srila Prabhupada, he approached him in Mayapur. Prabhupada, I want to go to Calcutta to learn medical science. I want to become a doctor. So Srila Prabhupada said, why you want to become a doctor? She said, because so many devotees get sick in Mayapur because of not getting proper prasadam, proper accommodation, health reasons. So I want to become a doctor and serve these devotees. So Prabhupada said, I give you a better idea. He said, what is that? He said, you go to Kolkata and you preach to the doctors, you make them devotees and you bring them to Mayapur and the problem will be solved. So he said, this is a better way of using your skill. You can preach. So instead of becoming a doctor, you make a doctor a devotee and you bring him to Mayapur. Which means we don't have to just keep on learning new and new things. If you have sufficient skill set, you just use that in Krishna Seva and be happy. Right? Mm. But that is very important to at least have some skill set. Otherwise, we become useless. And then the spiritual master gets a headache how to use this in Krishna Seva because we are good for nothing. So what will we do then? And then the spiritual master cannot understand. Then it's just like, you will do something nonsense better than just be busy doing something. End up doing something nonsense. That also is a big problem for spiritual masters sometimes. How to use this disciple. Right? So this I have seen actually. I'll not take name, but let's say the spiritual master doesn't like to eat or doesn't want to eat. And the disciple can only do that one thing, or he only knows how to cook and feed. Then spiritual master will be at big trouble now. Because the disciple knows nothing other than cooking and feeding. And the spiritual master doesn't want to eat. So now big problem. Hmm. Therefore, it's good to have some skills, more than one skill, so that I can use in Krishna Seva as time, place, circumstance as needed. That's why to be skillful is good, so that you don't feel unemployed in Krishna Seva. If you are skillful, you'll be always employed in Seva. To do seva, skills are required. We should know this. Sometimes we have this wrong conception. I just have to do seva with good bhav, even if the seva is not nice. Krishna is bhavagrahi janardana. That is true. Krishna is bhavagrahi janardana, but your seva should not create troubles, na? That should not happen. So we have to learn, and but just being skillful is not enough to please Krishna. I should also have that servant bhav. So someone can be a very nice singer, but just singing will not please Krishna if the bhav of a sevak is not there. Hmm? But if you are singing badly, wrong, improperly, shouting and screaming and not singing, that will also not please Krishna, even if you are singing Krishna now. We should understand that also. Like Srila Prabhupada, once he was listening to someone sing Gaur Aarti, and then that person was making a lot of noises while singing. So Prabhupada said, why is he howling like a wolf? Ask him to sing nicely. You know. So now that devotee might be thinking Krishna is Bhavagrahi Janardana, he's accepting my bhav. But bhav also has to be expressed in the right manner, no? Mm. Therefore, to learn something and do it nicely is very good and very important. You do less seva, but you do it nicely. In a way, it pleases Bhagavan, Guru, and Vaishnava. That will bring more kripa than to just want to do seva, but not to do it nicely. Hmm. So we put efforts in learning. That is also tapasya. Learn and then do. Prabhupada once mentioned about this is very interesting. That's why I'm putting so much of focus on it. Once Prabhupada asked his disciple, "Do you know why was I successful in spreading Krishna consciousness all over the world?" So his disciples, they just repeated what Prabhupada himself said, because of the mercy of your Guru Maharaj. You know, because you wanted to follow your Guru Maharaj's order, life and soul. That's why you became successful. Because Prabhupada said that, so they also repeated that. So I said, yes, that is true. But there's one more reason I became successful. So they asked, what, Srila Prabhupada? So he said, because I was a champion in 3 subjects in my college. And I used all those 3 subjects in my preaching mission. He asked, what are those 3 subjects? He said, English, Sanskrit, and economics.
English,
So
Sanskrit, and
I was a
economics.
champion in these 3 subjects, English, Sanskrit,
Sanskrit
and
and economics.
economics. So I used all this in serving Krishna. So skills play an important role. Of course, Krishna's mercy, Guru's mercy is there, but skills are also very, very important. Now, that's why for us, whose life is almost over now, we should not worry about it. But for those whom we are guiding, we should encourage them to learn things in life so that they can serve nicely. Especially kids, we should encourage them to learn nicely, some productive learning should be there. And they be skillful. Right. Okay.
Third one is
Prabhuji,
also
may
there. Third one is also there. Question. Third question was also there.
Is being skillful enough? No, not enough. You have to also have bhakti, no? Just skill will not help.
Prabhuji, one question.
Hmm.
Like sometimes we get a service that we know that I'm not good at, but the person who is giving the service knows that maybe I can do it. So do I know that I am not good in that service? Should I still do it? For example, like I'm not a good singer, but once in the Mangalarti,
No one was there.
no, there were people, but the temple commander came to me and said, "Okay, you sing the Narsimharti today." And I was really caught on spot. I could do that, but I know that it's not the perfect, yeah. But I did my best. So in such situation, we should politely say, excuse ourselves, or we should accept the service.
See, if your service is not going to much damage to society, it's okay.
Hmm.
On that basis, you decide. I'm not joking. I'm being honest. Like sometimes we do some services, even if you do it wrongly, it's not going to create much damage. So it's okay. I can do it still. But now, if someone comes and tells you, Prabhu, we need sannyasis in our movement tomorrow, take sannyas. Whether you're qualified or not qualified, just come, be a sannyasi. Then you know, if I'm not qualified, then I'll maybe create some nonsense. If I take sannyas, so I should better say no. I'm sorry, I'm not ready for this seva. Correct? So sometimes you have to say no for things which are like big responsibilities and you're not qualified for it. And for small, small things, even if you're not good at it, you get a chance. Okay, you try your best. Isn't it?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But if you really sing so bad that people will stop coming to temple after listening to the kirtan, then yes, then you should say, okay, I'm not going to sing. Right. I'm just joking. No one will
Yeah.
sing that bad.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah. It was not that bad, finally, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I ask?
Prabhuji, one question.
Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhuji,
Hmm.
Prabhuji,
Yes.
many a time I feel Hello?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu, I can hear you.
Many a time I feel I'm, useless, I'm worthless. I don't have any skills. So I always try to figure out which skills will be suitable for me. And till now, I don't know.
No, it's not that we don't have any skill. We have skills. We just have to use them. Whatever we have been doing for our whole life, mostly whatever profession we carry. If we can just use that for Krishna in a selfless manner, that is also nice seva. Whatever we can do, everyone has some skills. No one is that useless. So we just have to find out that thing, and we should do that thing from our heart. I mean, without wanting anything in return. That this is my gift to you, my God. This is my presentation to you. And you just be honest. You don't have to be humble artificially. You be honest with yourself. Think about yourself. Like, what is that one thing which I can do, I like to do, and I will do from my heart happily for Krishna, for Guru, and I should do it. Till the time they don't personally ask you to do something, you try to do from your own end what you can do. If they ask you personally, then that's more of an instruction. Okay, do this for me. Then even if you're not qualified, but if it is Guru Agya, then you keep that instruction on your head and you go ahead, isn't it?
Thank you.
Shweta Mataji, last question for from now.
Uh,
Next
Prabhuji,
verse.
uh,
Uh,
I don't know I should ask or not, but what are the skills
Don't ask.
required? हाँ
They don't
ऐसे
ask.
ऐसे क्यों बोल रहे हो मतलब ऐसा it is
So
not like
so then don't say also I know or I should ask or not, because if you are confused about asking something, better you don't ask.
okay
That is the sound advice. So if you are confused, don't ask. But if you are sure about something, then you ask.
what are the skills required to be happy in this world?
There is nothing like that. You get your skills as per your nature. What kind of body you have, mind you have, some skills come as per your nature, right? So we are talking about that. And you use those skills in seva of Krishna and you become happy. It doesn't matter which skill it is. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I can tell you a very simple example. If you know how to dress properly, you can make Krishna happy by doing that also. Now, that is a very simple thing, but it is also a skill how to dress nicely. Out of the 64 kalas, one kala is how to dress properly. So you can make happy Krishna by dressing nicely. So when you dress up yourself, then you dress yourself in a way, I want to make Krishna happy. So I should put such a nice tilak and I should have a good kantimala. I should wear nice and clean cloth in a way that I don't look shabby. So when I go in front of Krishna, Krishna will be happy looking at me. So anything can be used in Krishna Seva. We just have to do, even brushing teeth is a skill, no? If you brush your teeth nicely, then your teeth will look clean. So that is also a skill. And we all have that skill. So while brushing my teeth, I can also think like this. If I have nice teeth, I'll go in front of Krishna. Then Krishna will not be horrified looking at my ugly teeth. Mhm. Right. And this is not my example. This is an example given by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay. Next verse. Oh, yes, lesson. Use your skills in God's service. Very important. Therefore, we should have skills, not with pride. Then Krishna will not be happy. Hmm. Without God's help and arrangement, we cannot do anything nice. So we should be skillful, but we should also be humble. Right? That is
Hare
very
Krishna
important.
Prabhuji, I have a question.
Oh, yes.
even let's assume the person has a skill and the Siksha Guru does identify the skill as well. If we refuse to do it for whatever reasons, would that be considered sort of sinful?
Someone asks you to do something for?
Krishna only, right? It is like
Yeah,
a
of
save.
course. Then you are saying no to Krishna. So then Krishna will not give you seva again. If you get a chance to serve and you say no to seva, not because you have so much seva, just because you don't want to do it or you are busy doing something else, that means you're not giving priority to Krishna. So then why will Krishna come again to you? He will not come to you. We have to understand that he is a person, and person means there is personal feelings. So if let's say Krishna is taking interest in your life and Krishna is giving you a chance, okay, you want to come to me, you want to make me happy, so first do something for me. Then you can be, then you can please me. We should know this one thing, huh? Without doing anything for Guru and Krishna, you cannot please Guru and Krishna. Because mercy of Krishna will only come when Krishna is happy with you. And Krishna will only be happy with you if you do something for Krishna.
But what if it
Mercy,
is not your personal interest, Prabhuji?
it's not your personal interest, then still you can do it, na? Sometimes some
Yeah.
things you can do. Still, if it's not your personal interest, you do it. Seva, sometimes you do. Maybe not always, but sometimes you do. But you can't be always no, 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 no.
Yeah, Prabhuji.
So we have to be sometimes accommodating, no?
Yeah.
Flexibility. A little bit flexibility is required in life. You can't be rigid about everything. I cannot be always rigid. I'll do things as per my nature only. And I cannot be always so flexible that I'll do things against my nature only. So you have to be flexible little bit, rigid little bit. Certain things you should be very okay fixed about, and certain things sometimes you can be a little flexible. But we have to be open. That's very important. Open-mindedness is required. And opportunities should not be missed because opportunities they don't come again and again. So this is
Yes.
very important. In spiritual life, this is something very important. Opportunities will come your way. Maybe that is your first and last chance. And we sometimes we think, no, it's okay. Let me neglect this opportunity. Krishna is so merciful. Krishna will keep on giving me opportunities. Krishna is merciful, but Krishna is not free.
Prabhuji, if it is conflicting between your own like seva and improving your own spiritual knowledge, right? Because the time is limited. Yes, one can argue you can find more time, but as like let's assume that is a limited time and the competing.
The knowledge which you are getting, that knowledge is to do some seva, na?
Yeah, but it has to first get the knowledge, no, Prabhuji, to do the seva properly also.
Both the things should happen. There's no end to learn. If you just learn and learn and learn and you don't do anything to Krishna, that is also not correct.
Yeah.
It's both ways. You have to learn and you have to serve. You have to keep on learning, you have to keep on serving.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
It's
Hare
not
Krishna.
like, okay, I'll study for 15 years, then I'll get my graduation, then I'll go and do something out. No, you learn, you serve, you learn, you serve. It's both ways. It's parallel. It goes, learn, you apply. And then you learn and you apply. Not that we just learn and learn and learn and store it in the head. And then one day we're going to apply.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. It is related to service. So, if I have to serve Gauranitai, I have with me and Laddu Gopal. So, if sometimes I don't take bath, I will offer that time also. As my aunt told, before marriage you can do that. So, is it okay or
You want to
means
learn devotional service from your aunt or you want to learn devotional service from acharyas?
of course from acharyas?
So then, what have you heard so far in classes? You should do service to deities in unclean state.
No.
So then, so we have to, when you know the answer, then you should use your intelligence. Hmm.
Okay.
So if you cannot offer to Krishna uh, without taking bath, you can't offer to Krishna. Then you are becoming whimsical, or you are just becoming materially or mundane, emotional. Is Krishna hungry for food? Will Krishna starve if I don't offer food to Krishna? No. So I am offering to Krishna for what? For me, for filling the belly of Krishna. No, I am doing it for my purification, for
No.
seva, right?
I see them as my children.
You're not in that stage of bhakti that you can see them as your children. That's what I said. We can't be whimsical. And this whimsical behavior leads to offenses. This is what people in India don't understand. In India, people are very sentimental about bhakti, you know. And at the end, they commit offenses to Bhagavan. Are we that kind of devotee that we can have such kind of feelings to Krishna? In our mind, I may think like this: I see Krishna as my child, I see Krishna as my boyfriend, I see Krishna as this and see that. But do we have that adhikar? We don't. And this is a problem because we hear, so many things happening in the society. We hear to different. I'm not talking about you, but people in general, they hear classes of different Babajis from Vrindavan and different people from, and then they will just make bhakti so cheap. You can think of Krishna as your child, you can think of Krishna as this, you can think of Krishna as that. But then I should also think about what is my adhikar? What is my adhikar? What is humility? Humility means to not think beyond my adhikar or desire beyond my adhikar. That is namrata. So this whimsical behavior which we do, I'm sorry if I'm sounding harsh, this only creates offenses, aparad. You know. So you want to serve Krishna, you serve Krishna properly. If Krishna is really your child, if you think that Krishna is my child, then you should do what will make Krishna happy. And Krishna says, you want to make me happy, then you do things in this particular way, then I'll be happy. Isn't it? So if you are sick, you cannot take bath, you cannot offer to Krishna. Instead of just offering Krishna, what you can do is you beg forgiveness from Krishna and you say, Krishna, I am so sorry. I am sick today. I cannot take bath. Therefore, I cannot offer you bhoga. So please forgive me. Right? Instead of, no, he's my baby. Let me feed him. So this is a big problem in India. And that's why people in India, they don't understand bhakti. Bhakti is not just a sentiment. We should know this. Bhakti is a science. So if, let's say, I have this sentiment, Krishna is my child, is that sentiment helping you cross Maya? No. So if I'm not crossing Maya and I have some sentiment, then is that sentiment bhakti? Because bhakti's nature is it will immediately take you across Maya. Right? So we should, and you want to offer Krishna Chappan Bhog in your mind, you can do that. No problem. Even if you are in unclean state, no problem. In your mind, you take bath. Right? In your mind, you take bath. In mind, you dress yourself nicely. In mind, you put tilak. In your mind, you make nice preparations, even things which you don't know how to cook, you cook them. Right? And you offer Krishna Chappan Bhog. That Krishna, you are my dear child. I want to offer you 56 items today. But when it comes to deity, please be sure, is it deity or is it doll? If it is deity, then you have to follow the rules. If it is doll, then you can do anything with it. No problem, no offense. You know. So is it deity or is it doll?
DT only, but I am not serving properly, as you said.
So it's deity. So we should not then either you treat it as doll, like kids, 6-year-old, 8-year-old kids, we give them some deity. So for them, deity is not deity. For them, deity is doll. So they can play with the deity. They can make the deity sleep with them on the same bed also. No problem, you know. And Parikshit Maharaj, as a child, used to do that. That was not an offense because he did not see the deity as deity. He saw that as doll. This is Krishna doll, this is Jagannath doll, this is this doll, that doll, no problem. But if you want to see that deity as Bhagavan, then you have to also respect it as Bhagavan. So this science we have to understand, you know. And Manas Puja you want to do, that you can do, no problem. If you can't take bath, in your mind you take bath. In your mind you offer bhoga to Krishna. That is totally allowed. No offense in that. No, but
Even if we offer in clean state, even fruit, that is also okay. Or like if we have deity, we have to offer proper bhoga. I don't know this, like rice, dal,
you
roti.
can offer fruit also, no problem.
Okay, anything is which is written is Bhagavad-Gita is okay.
Yeah, it's okay. You don't have to only cook and offer. You can offer whatever is your capacity. Dry fruits, fruits, anything you offer. All right. Next verse. Otherwise, we'll just only 10 minutes are left. Hmm. So this is important point, no? That we need to have skills and use in Krishna Seva, but with humility. It's very important. Okay. We learn this lesson. I think we don't have time. Only 10 minutes are there. So instead of going to the next discussion, we'll just take this verse from Bhagavad Gita and we'll discuss in the next class on one more topic. 11.34 Dronam cha Bhishmam cha Jayadratham cha Karnam tathanyanapi yodha viran maya hatang swang jahima vyatishta yudyasva chetasi rane sapatnan. Drona, Bhishma, Jayadratha, Karna and the other great warriors have already been destroyed by me. Therefore kill them and do not be disturbed. Simply fight and you will vanquish your enemies in battle. So he is telling all of them are destroyed. You just fight and be sure that you will be victorious. This is encouraging Arjuna. Let's read the purport.
Should I read?
Yes, read.
Prabhuji, I think we did not read the purport of previous verse.
We did not? 33.
33.
Yeah,
We read, Prabhu.
we read.
Red,
Okay,
red,
sorry.
red.
34.
33 we didn't read.
No, we read. 34, please read now. Sankarshan Vishnu.
Hare Krishna. Every plan is made by the Supreme Personality of the Godhead, but he is so kind and merciful to his devotees that he wants to give the credit to his devotees who carry out his plan according to his desire. Life should therefore move in such a way that everyone acts in Krishna consciousness and understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead through the medium of his spiritual master. The plans of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are understood by his mercy, and the plans of the devotees are as good as his plans. One should follow such plans and be victorious in the struggle of in the struggle for existence.
Yeah, very good. So this is very important. We may not directly know what Krishna's plan is, but pure devotees, our spiritual masters can help us find out Krishna's plan for us. So if you are very serious about knowing what is Krishna's plan for you, if you are not serious, no problem. But if you are serious, then you should know the way is you approach Krishna's pure devotees, right? But at the same time, you should know one thing that just because you heard in the class. So immediately you cannot write a message to your Guru Maharaj. Maharaj, I heard in the class today, Krishna has a plan for me. Can you please tell what is Krishna's plan for me? So that's not the way. You approach your spiritual master, you serve your spiritual master, you please your spiritual master, and then if your spiritual master is pleased with you and then wants to bless you, then you ask your spiritual master, my dear Guru Maharaj, what is Krishna's plan for me? Can you please tell? Then he will tell. So it's not that easy to get things out of Krishna and Guru. You know, they are kind, they are merciful, but they are not cheap. And their instructions are also not cheap, which means we have to be very serious, very sincere. We have to be like, this is the only thing that I want in life. So when you are, when you are like that, fully fixed in that one bhav, not like we have mood swing. Today I heard a good class, so I want to know what is Krishna's plan. But tomorrow when I get up, then I'm busy working in Maya's plan. I forgot I heard in class I should be working for Krishna's plan. So if we are swaying back and forth, sometimes Krishna's zone, sometimes Maya zone, then even the instruction will not come from the spiritual master, because if the instruction comes from spiritual master, we will disappoint him. Right? So we have to first of all become very fixed in our own mind. Yes, I'm done serving Maya. Now I want to serve Krishna. So the day you make this decision, that day you become ready for Diksha, basically. That's the day of initiation. Yes, I want to be now a Krishna Das, So this resolve has to come, right? And then we ask Guru, and then we will get an instruction. All right.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So we stop here. See you next week. Srila Prabhupada.